Hey everybody, welcome to Hook and Hunt TV Live. Glad you're going to join us this week. We're going to have some fun. And in a minute, we're going to be talking with Jeremiah Burish, kayak angler, as well as we're going to be discussing some of the Crosse Wisconsin area, which is absolutely one of my favorite places on the planet to fish. But since we're just starting out here, we do have another giveaway tonight. We have a great giveaway from Dakota Lithium, and as you know, we are powered by Dakota Lithium. And tonight's giveaway. All right, there is the Dakota Lithium Power Box. I'm going to show you this thing real cool right here. This is an awesome power source for you. It's got a 12-volt hookup right here, stuff for your cell phone. Also has a really bright light on here, so you don't want to go anywhere. You're traveling on the road. Don't go anywhere without the Dakota Lithium Power Box, and you can win it right here tonight. So how do you win that? You go to dakotalithium.com, and I want you to type in the comments, what the warranty is on Dakota Lithium batteries. If you do that, I'll pick a winner in the next couple days, and one of you is going to win that Dakota Lithium Power Box right there. How cool is that? All right, that's a $230 value, by the way, from Dakota Lithium. So like I said, we are powered by Dakota Lithium. Whether you're on the grid, off the grid, get rid of your old battery and hang out with Dakota Lithium. You'll be glad you did. So now I want to bring in our guest, and it's kayak angler Jeremiah Burish. Buddy, how are you?
I'm good, Jim. Thanks for having me. How are you doing, man?
Good. Hey, you just got back from Texas, from the Kayak Classic. So tell us a little bit about that, because there's a lot of anglers you were competing against.
Yeah, what an awesome event that was down on Possum Kingdom Lake in Texas. An amazing fishery. We were dealt with a tough hand. The torrential rains, our tournament was 2 days long. It was a Wednesday, Thursday, and we had 3 days of practice, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I wasn't able to get there until Monday around noon. But honestly, any pre-fishing anybody would have done until that point was out the window anyway, because they got torrential rains Sunday night into Monday morning and all Monday morning. And I mean, to call it mud would be an understatement. The stuff was... First of all, it's red down there. It's all coming in from the desert and just this red clay, like tomato soup, and you stick the paddle into the water and you can't see it. I mean, like, there's zero visibility. It did clean up a decent amount in the the couple of days that leading up to the tournament. And by a decent amount, I mean we had about 4 to 6 inches of visibility where I was fishing. But it was tough fishing for sure. The guys that put it together absolutely killed it. The guy that won, he averaged over 2 days. I mean, he had 35 pounds of fish a day,
Wow.
which is just unbelievable for a 5-fish limit, and fishing literally the boat dock that he launched from, and which is just awesome. And, I tried a different strategy. I stayed away from some of the clear water, just trying to find relatively clear water. I had a good day one. I was sitting 29th out of 146. Great. Yeah, and I missed a couple of fish that definitely would have put me probably close to that top 10, if not into that top 10, that's fishing though, right. You can't talk about the ifs. But I felt confident going into day 2. Top 30 pays, so that was my goal, was to be get a paycheck. And day 2 just didn't pan out. I missed a couple of fish, but really didn't have very many bites that day. I only caught one 12.5-inch fish, which was the smallest fish I caught all week. Yep. And just didn't pan out. And then I forgot to submit that fish to the leaderboard anyway, so I didn't even submit that one. And it's a funny story. Real long story short, at the end of the day on day 2, I started heading back to the ramp, and some ladies on one of the docks had launched their jet ski, and it didn't start, and they didn't have a plug in it, and so they were trying to get it back on their ramp. Oh. And I had 10 minutes left to fish. I said, no, I'll help you, it's fine. I had one 12.5-inch fish. I wasn't too worried about,
Yeah.
So I helped them, and it took us almost 2 hours to get that jet ski back onto the ramp with the help of their neighbor and everything else. And so I just missed the deadline to put the fish in. Again, I didn't matter. It wasn't a big deal. I was happy to be able to help out.
Yeah, so you help somebody out, and just so in case you people don't know this, you can catch some pretty big fish out of kayaks, as Jeremiah will tell you, you can get the areas. Check this one out right here, Scott. That is a monster bass right there. He's pretty happy right there. There's another good one right here of him, because Jeremiah has won some stuff in the past and done well. And you've really taken to the kayak fishing thing a lot, haven't you?
Absolutely. It's just so much fun. I mean, you're on the same playing field as a fish. You get in, like you said, you get into areas where a lot of people can't get into. I fished Nickajack down on it. Yeah, there are no boats getting in there. I can tell you that. That's a less than a foot of water. And why the fish are in that spot, I'll never understand. I don't get it. I've tried to get my flat bottom in there. I can't get it in there. No. But a fish down at Nickajack in the FLW Cup tournament, or the Open down at Nickajack in conjunction with the FLW a couple of years ago. And I actually was getting beached in between paddling. And because there was these waves, and when I would get enough wave to get me forward enough, finally drop back off after this big sand flat. And I found all my fish in one little tiny spot that wasn't like 15 feet wide.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
You're never getting there with a boat. And that was just super cool. And it's nice to get away from the crowds and get away from people. And like fishing in La Crosse, in the kayak, everyone thinks main channel, Mississippi River. And that's not the case. You've been here, you've got to see it a little bit. And we didn't even get to really explore like we would have liked to have. But I mean, it's like fishing the Everglades. It's like, I talked with a guy that won the kayak bass fishing trail here a few years ago, and his thing was the national championship a few years ago was in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. And somebody asked him, how do you plan on practicing for Shreveport? And he said, fish the Mississippi River. He's like, right. I can't believe up in La Crosse it's the same thing. It's all backwaters, and it's right. Like, you're going to get away from it, and you're fishing trees way up shallow, and that's a huge part of what this area is. It's thousands of miles of backwaters.
Hey, you and I filmed a great show for Hook and Hunt TV, fishing those backwater areas. And if anybody hasn't seen that episode, you can either go to our channel on Roku or Fire TV, or you can see it right on our Facebook page, and check out the day we had on La Crosse, because we had an absolute blast. We whacked them. We had fun. We were catching them on. Jeremiah had big fish on a frog. We caught him on spinner baits. It was just a whole wacky worms. We just had a whole lot of fun. And what's so cool about the La Crosse area is you can catch smallmouth and largemouth off one bank, off the exact same bank, which is so cool. And before we get into talking a little bit about La Crosse, I do want to mention to our viewers again that, hey, we are having a cool contest tonight, sponsored by Dakota Lithium. And Jeremiah runs their batteries, obviously, as you can tell, as so do I. But tonight, there's a power box we're giving away, okay? So all you got to do is go to dakotalithium.com and tell us what their warranty is. Just tell us what their warranty is. But go to dakotalithium.com, find that out, post it in the comments. In the next couple days, I will pick a winner, and you're going to get a power box, and that's worth $230, folks. Not a cheap giveaway. Dakota does a great job of sponsoring this show, and a great job. They work with a lot of people in the industry, a lot of anglers, a lot of people with RVs, golf carts, you name it. Dakota Lithium really is into our outdoor sports, so please support them, because they got the best warranty in the business. With that being said, Jeremiah, I do want to switch over and talk about something right here. I'm going to flash your picture up on here. Jeremiah also does great work for Explore La Crosse, the Explore La Crosse or La Crosse region in Wisconsin. And right now they have a brand new thing going on, the Lunker League. And I actually worked with these guys on part of this. We were talking about it. And Jeremiah, why don't you talk a little bit about that Lunker League? Because I think that's La Crosse is just the area for that. It just is, and I think it's really going to be great.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up. First of all, that power box is awesome. So you want to win that. The power box is a lifesaver. First of all, that thing is amazing. As is all their products, but that thing is amazing. Second of all, the Lunker League. Thank you again for bringing that up. The Lunker League is awesome. Something that we just introduced. It's an entirely free program, and it's a master angler program for the La Crosse region. So anything within 30 miles of La Crosse, so you can fish the Mississippi River, some of the lakes that are around here, the hundreds of miles of creek-fed freshwater trout streams for trout. So we have 12 different fish species. There's a minimum length requirement. For each of those 12 species, anything you catch, you take the photo of it on a measuring device, submit your photos. So if you get a trophy shot as well, if you want, that's totally optional. But then it's totally free program. You enter your fish on our website saying, I caught if it's for bass, it's an 18.5 inch, both smallmouth and largemouth, 18.5 inch bass. You submit it. Pike, I think, is 36 inches. Crappie is like 12 or something like that. I don't remember all of them offhand. But 12 of the more popular species, you submit those fish and you're getting awards. You're getting rewarded for every one of your catches. After the first one, you get a gift card to Island Outdoors, one of the awesome tackle shops here in town.
Yep.
You get your certificate for on the wall. After 3 fish, you get more stuff. You get the hat. After 5 fish, so it's just really cool. You're already fishing. You're already coming to one of the best fisheries in the country. Why not get rewarded for the awesome fish you're catching on top of that?
And the day you and I were fishing together, if we would have remembered, if we would have been bright enough to do that, I think you and I each had probably a bass that would have done it. Yeah. And I know the one area we were in, if we would have stayed for pike, folks, that day for pike, we saw 40-inch fish coming up on frogs. It was insane. That was insane. If you have not been to the La Crosse area, I am telling you, we're going back there in August just to do a frog show because that's Jeremiah's forte. He's a great angler. Spent a couple days with him. We had a blast. But frog fishing is his forte, and I cannot wait till we do that show because especially in August, in the heat of the day, we're going to just whack them on frogs. I just cannot wait. But there's more stuff for anybody you guys thinking about traveling to the La Crosse area. Why don't you talk a little bit about that right now? Because there is probably more breweries, more cool restaurants, everything in La Crosse. But you got to tell us the story about the adult beverage you're drinking there.
So this is like Jim said. This is Pearl Street Brewery makes shitty light beer. First of all, there's a ton of craft breweries here. There's distilleries, phenomenal wineries, tons of great restaurants and eateries. But this is Pearl Street Brewery's shitty light beer, which I think is the greatest name ever for a beer. It's a easy drinking lager. It's not actually a light beer, but it is a lager. And the great thing about this is all the beer festivals and everything that they attend, you always have the brewmaster would always have people coming up and going, hey, do you have any light beers? And, they make typical browns and IPAs and things like that. And so they'd ask, hey, do you have any light beer? Do you have any light beer? Do you have any light beer? And the brewmaster always goes, I don't make shitty light beer. I don't make shitty light beer. And so they came out with a light drinking lager that they named aptly Shitty Light Beer.
There you go. Perfect.
Honestly, it's not shitty at all. It's really it's a good beer.
You can tell by the smile on his face. It's a pretty good beer.
It's really good.
I want to take a second and say hi. A couple people chimed in here. Rodney Hubbs. Hey, Rodney. Thanks for joining us tonight. Don Morse, who is another Dakota Lithium fan. Hi, Don. Great to have you guys both on here. If any of you have any questions for Jeremiah, we've still got several more minutes here. If you want to ask him anything about the La Crosse area or about kayak fishing in general, but I do want to touch a little bit more on the La Crosse area because for those of you guys who like to mountain bike, for those of you guys who like to hunt, but especially fishing, there's Jeremiah. What is there? 131 species, or how many do you guys have in the river right there?
Yeah, the Upper Mississippi River has, depending on where you look, either 119 or 131. So I always go with the lesser just so that I'm not accused of being a liar. But there's at least 119 species in the upper. If that's not enough, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
There's 119 species minimally here on the Upper Mississippi River. All of them are abundant, phenomenal quality. It's just such a great place to come and enjoy a weekend out on the water. A weekend in town, enjoying everything with your family. But whatever your species, your target species are, again, being walleye, bass, pike, panfish, jumbo perch. I mean, we have giant perch here that are comparable to the Devil's Lake of the world and everything else. It's a tough place to be, honestly. And I get to travel a little bit and get to fish a little bit. And there are very few places that have the abundance of quantity and quality like we do here in La Crosse.
Yeah, and we had such a great time fishing there. Only that there's great places to stay, very family friendly. There are a ton of restaurants in town. The cool thing, folks, is everything is really. I don't mean close by crowded, but you don't have to go very far. Launch ramps are really close to downtown. There's great places to stay. There's great restaurants, and you can go out to a couple different places. Hey, John Bazell just typed in, hi, John. He just said, yeah, the upper Mississippi is an incredible place to fish. And you're exactly right. The scenery is beautiful. We're actually going to be going with Jeremiah in August, as I said before. And on top of that, we're going to be doing some ice fishing with him later this winter. So we're going to show you folks a lot more of what the La Crosse region has. It's just absolutely one of my favorite places. But for you bass and walleye guys, I am telling you, it is absolutely an incredible fishery. You know, it's really funny. Oh, my wife just chimed in. Hi, sweetie, great show. She's biased, but you know what the heck, you know. So yeah, Jeremiah says hi, honey. Make him some cookies, would you? He loves cookies. Anyway. We had so much fun there, and it was really cool being able to catch largemouth and smallmouth off one area, hitting big spinnerbaits, half-ounce spinnerbaits, and we got smallmouth and largemouth rocking them off that one tree we came in there. It was just crazy. It was just crazy so much. And you said it's like that all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we caught 5 species off of one tree. Backwater. I think there was a dogfish, a pike, largemouth, smallmouth, and a rock bass on one tree, on spinnerbaits. It's not like we were trying to really finesse them or anything else. That's how it is. It's mind blowing fish, but.
Yeah, and then I caught a 9-inch perch there on a half-ounce spinnerbait, which I have no idea what that stupid thing was thinking. But hey, if people want to find out more, Jeremiah, about the Explore La Crosse or about the La Crosse region, where can they go to? Give them some info, because folks, you really got to do this.
Yeah, it's all very simple. Check us out on explorelacrosse.com. Follow our Facebook and Instagram page at Explore La Crosse. If you want just fishing stuff, we do have our own Facebook page called Fish La Crosse. So check all those out. Explore La Crosse, Fish La Crosse on Facebook, Instagram, and on the website, explorelacrosse.com.
Well, that's absolutely great, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, buddy, talking about kayak fishing. I know some people are looking forward to it. Folks, if you know some people who want to see this and talk about the Crosse area and about kayak fishing, this is going to be up on our Facebook page. And you can share it however you want. And because there's some good information Jeremiah gave, especially about the La Crosse region, how much fun more and more people every day are getting into kayak fishing. It's getting to be a huge sport. Dakota Lithium is a big part of that, but there's a lot of other great companies that are involved as well. And the more the fishing industry grows, whatever way it grows, we're all thrilled about that going on, because it's our livelihood, it's our passion, it's what we love to do. So Jeremiah, with that being said, buddy, I really appreciate you being a guest tonight. I'll talk with you soon, and say hi to everybody there at Explore. We love them, so say hi to everybody there in La Crosse for us.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Jim. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys here in La Crosse.
So that was Jeremiah Burish, absolutely a great guy. I got the pleasure to fish with him, and we're going to be fishing with him again. He's a fantastic angler, fantastic kayak fisherman, and really knows that La Crosse area well. I also want to see Rick Reed there. Hi, Rick. How you doing? Thanks for everybody clicking in tonight. And again, we're just going to tell you about this contest, okay? And so if you go to dakotalithium.com, okay, you're going to have a chance tonight to win this power box. This is a great power source when you're on the road. Okay, it has a 12-volt hookup here. You can charge your cell phone right up here. Also, you have a very bright LED light on here. This thing is very light. I actually keep it in my truck when I'm on the road, and you can take it in your boat as an extra power source. Okay, that's a $230 value. Folks, go to dakotalithium.com. Tell me what their warranty is. Okay, they got the best warranty in the industry. Put it in a comment section here. Okay, that's what you got to do. In a couple days, I'll pick a winner. You know how we do it. We do it live all the time. We'll pick a winner, and we're going to have Dakota Lithium send you a $230 Dakota Lithium power box. All right. We sure appreciate all of you tuning in to not only a regular show, Hook and Hunt TV, but also Hook and Hunt TV Live. We're going to have some more great guests coming up in the future. I'm getting ready to head out again fishing tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Until next time, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. God bless you. I am Jim Crowley. We will see you soon.